What about Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, December 4th, 2020, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Kate Winslet will play a water goddess in the Avatar sequels. During Wednesday's episode of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Winslet discussed her character in Avatar 2 and 3 and training to hold her breath from underwater scenes. Host Stephen Colbert showed a photo of Winslet released in October that showed Winslet filming underwater while wearing a pair of fabric wings. Colbert asked Winslet to describe her experience. The star said of the wings, "They were really heavy. Can I tell you? They were really heavy because to create a definite movement underwater with a piece of fabric, that had to really weight everything down." She added, "So I've also got weights around my waist as well as my neck, actually. A neck weight just to hold me down." Winslet says she was filming a scene where her character performs a birth-giving ceremony. She said, "That's actually a birth-giving ceremony that my character, who's a water goddess, is essentially hosting. We all held our breath and went underwater and gave birth." Winslet trained to hold her breath for the underwater scenes and confirmed her longest breath hold was 7 minutes, 14 seconds. The actor says, "It's not the kind of thing I could just jump into a bathtub and do right now. You have to prepare your body. It's quite complicated, but I did it." She added, "I thought I died. I mean, I surfaced, and I was like, am I dead? Am I dead? I've died. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead." The Avatar cast and crew started production on the sequel in New Zealand in June. There are 4 planned sequels to the original 2009 film directed by James Cameron. Cameron will return to helm the sequels. Avatar 2 will open in theaters December 2022. The movie will co-star Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Sigourney Weaver. Winslet will next star with Saoirse Ronan in the film Ammonite, which will premiere Friday on VOD services. The movie follows the romance between a 19th century paleontologist, Winslet, and a geologist played by Ronan. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the new film The Dig. The streaming service shared a trailer for the film Thursday, featuring Ralph Fiennes as archaeologist Basil Brown and Carey Mulligan as Edith Pretty, a landowner who hired Brown to excavate her property. The Dig is based on the John Preston novel of the same name, which reimagines the events of the 1939 excavation of Sutton Hoo. Brown ended up finding a 7th century Anglo-Saxon ship burial. The preview shows Brown and Pretty celebrate the discovery as World War II looms. Lily James co-stars as Peggy Preston, an archaeologist who helps Brown. Netflix previously shared her first look photos for the film. The Dig is directed by Simon Stone and co-stars Johnny Flynn, Ben Chaplin, Ken Stolt, and Monica Dillon. The movie opens in theaters January 15th and will be released January 29th on Netflix. Fiennes will also star in the James Bond film No Time to Die, which has been postponed to April. Mulligan will next appear in the movie Promising Young Women, set for release on December 25th. New York City lit up its iconic Christmas tree for the first time Wednesday night during the 88th annual Rockefeller Center Christmas tree lighting ceremony. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio and Tishman Speyer CEO Rob Speyer concluded the ceremony by turning on the lights on the tree in Rockefeller Center as Wednesday's event was pared down from its usual splendor as restrictions related to COVID-19 pandemic prevented large crowds. The 2-hour event began at 8 p.m. featuring performances by Kelly Clarkson, Gwen Stefani, Brett Eldridge, the Goo Goo Dolls, Meghan Trainor, Dolly Parton, Jimmy Fallon, Tori Kelly, Leslie Odom Jr., the Pentatonics, Dan and Shay, the cast of Ain't Too Proud, the cast of Radio City Rockettes, and Earth, Wind & Fire. Today, co-host Savannah Guthrie, Hoda Kotb, Craig Melvin, and Al Roker hosted the event and closed the evening with the message of support and appreciation for Americans' frontline workers amid the pandemic. There was no public access to the event, leaving empty seats for the night's performances, but guests were able to view the tree up close by reserving 5-minute slots in socially distanced pods starting Thursday. Visiting hours at the tree will be daily from 6 a.m. to midnight, 24 hours on Christmas Day from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve. This year's 75-foot tree hails from Oneta, New York, and is between 75 years and 80 years old. Rockefeller Center says it is 45 feet wide and weighs 11 tons. It boasts more than 50,000 multicolor LED lights on strings totaling about 5 miles long. It also featured 900-pound Swarovski's Crystal Star, which was designed in 2018. Shortly after erecting the tree, workers found a tiny northern saw wheat owl hid among the branches. The owl was taken by the Ravensbeard Wildlife Center in Serratos, New York, and released back into the wild after receiving a clean bill of health. Workers erected the first tree at Rockefeller Center in 1931 after pooling their money together to buy a 20-foot-tall balsam fir. The center made the tree a tradition and held its first lighting ceremony 2 years later. George Clooney appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live to discuss his upcoming Netflix film, the sci-fi drama Midnight Sky. Clooney starred in and directed Midnight Sky, which comes to Netflix and selected theaters on December 23rd. The actor portrays a lonely scientist in the Arctic who is trying to stop Felicity Jones and a team of astronauts from returning home to a global catastrophe. Clooney says it's a film about regret and about redemption, and all about all those sorts of other elements. I've had very little to do with sort of the idea of being in space or being out in the Arctic. He says it's really about sort of coming to terms with what we are capable of doing to one another if we don't pay attention. He did before acknowledging that the film relates to the COVID-19 pandemic, despite the fact that filming completed before the pandemic kicked into high gear. Clooney says it's nothing we're proud of to be timely on this film. There's a huge part of the story which is about our inability to communicate and to be home, to be with the people you love and to talk to them and see them. Clooney also discussed how he cuts his own hair using a Flowbee and how his 3-year-old twins that he shares with his wife Amal, daughter Ella, and son Alexander can speak fluent Italian. Clooney says, we did a really dumb thing, which is they speak fluent in Italian. I mean, fluent Italian at 3. But I don't speak Italian. My wife doesn't speak Italian, so we've armed them with the language. Housewives of Orange County star Braunwyn Windham-Burke has come out as gay. A 43-year-old television personality went public about her sexuality in an interview with GLAAD released Wednesday. Windham-Burke said, I'm finally comfortable enough to say I like women, I'm gay, I'm a member of the LGBTQIA plus community. She says, I'm a lesbian and it's taken me 42 years to say that, but I'm so proud of where I am right now and I'm so happy to where I am. To be able to be comfortable in my own skin after so long is so nice. Windham-Burke says becoming sober this year helped her in her journey to self-acceptance. She said, I know that when you get sober and you start doing the work that goes into that, you start realizing a lot of the reasons you drank had to do with who you were on the inside. This is sort of becoming something that I didn't want to hide anymore, and I didn't want to keep a secret anymore. Windham-Burke has been married to her husband, Sean Burke, for 20 years and renewed her vows with Burke in November. She told GLAAD she and Burke are in uncharted territory, but plan on staying married and raising their kids together. Windham-Burke confirmed she is also dating a woman named Chris. She shared a photo with the woman Wednesday on Instagram stories, captioned with the rainbow flag and heart emojis. People say the woman is Windham-Burke's girlfriend. Windham-Burke also discussed her coming out on Instagram. She wrote, it feels so good to finally be living my truth. I am a lesbian. At 43 years old, I've been finally been able to accept this part of my life, and I've realized that there are no rules about when someone should come out. This is my time. Windham-Burke joined the Real Housewives of Orange County season 14. The Bravo series returns for the 15th season in October. It co-stars Shannon Bedore, Kelly Dodd, Gina Kirschhater, Emily Simpson, and Elizabeth Vargas. Netflix is giving a glimpse of the chilling adventures of Sabrina, Part 4. The streaming service shared a trailer Thursday for the show's fourth and final season. The preview opens with Sabrina, played by Kiernan Shipka, celebrating her birthday with her friends and family. The group later realizes Glendale has been invaded by the Eldritch Terrors. Sabrina and her allies must take on the Eldritch Terrors, a group of evil ancient entities, and avoid the coming of the Void. In addition, Sabrina is getting close to her ex-boyfriend, Nicholas Nick Scratch, played by Gavin Leatherworth. Nick says Sabrina's filming were endgame. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is based on the Archie comic books of the same name, a dark reimagining of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The show is created by Robert Aguilar Sacasa and co-stars Ross Lynch, Lucy Davis, Miranda Otto, Chance Perdomo, and Jazz Sinclair. Netflix announced in July that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina will end with Part 4. Aguilar Sacasa said at the time, working on Chilling Adventures of Sabrina has been an incredible honor from day one. I'm beyond thankful to the crew, writers, editors, assistants, and everyone for pouring so much love into this dark dream of a show. Part 4 premieres December 31st on New Year's Eve. A volunteer was seriously injured by a tiger at a Florida animal sanctuary run by Tiger King star Carole Baskin on Thursday. In a Facebook post, Big Cat Rescue wrote that a tiger named Kimba grabbed volunteer Candy Curser's arm and nearly tore it off at shoulder after she reached into an area where the tiger was being held. The sanctuary said Koser noticed Kimba was locked in a section away from where he was usually fed and radioed to a coordinator to find out why. Before help arrived, she opened a guillotine tunnel door and saw a door was clipped open, which the sanctuary describes as a non-universal signal not to open a gate without the coordination coming up to assist. Upon attempting to unclip the door, Kimba grabbed Krauser's arm, which Big Cat Rescue said was normal behavior due to the presence of food and the opportunity. The sanctuary says it is against our protocols for anyone to stick any part of their body into a cage with a cat in it. Another member of the staff arrived at the area. Kimba dropped his grip. Staff members attempted to stop Krauser's bleeding and used a belt as a tourniquet while calling for an ambulance. Krauser was taken to St. Joseph's Hospital, and Kimba was placed in quarantine for 30 days as a precaution, although the sanctuary says Krauser requested that no harm comes to the tiger due to the incident. Big Cat Rescue said volunteering staff met to discuss the incident, addressing the grief. The grief counseling is available for those impacted by the event. Katherine Heigl's series Firefly Lane is coming to Netflix in February. Heigl shared a premiere date, February 3rd, and a poster for the drama series Thursday. She wrote on Twitter, "Clear your calendars, friends, and prepare to binge. We have a date. Hashtag Firefly Lane premieres February 3rd at Netflix. 3 decades, 2 friends, one hell of a story." The poster features photos of Heigl's character Tully Hart with her best friend Kate Mulligan, played by Serratos. One picture shows a younger Tully, played by Ali Sokbai, and Kate, played by Rowan Curtis, telling secrets. The tagline reads, 3 decades, 2 friends, and one hell of a story. Netflix also shared a teaser trailer for Firefly Lane that revisits moments from Tully and Kate's long friendship. Firefly Lane is based on the Kristen Hanna novel of the same name, which follows the friendship between Tully and Kate over the course of more than 30 years. Netflix shared a teaser for the series in October that shows the pair reflect on their bond. The friends say, "That's the thing about best friends. Like your sisters and mothers, they could piss you off and make you cry and break your heart. But in the end, the chips were down, and they were there, making you laugh even in your slightest and darkest hours." Firefly Lane is created by Maggie Friedman and co-stars Ben Larson, Bulgaria, and Yahel you mean. Gabrielle Dennis has joined the cast of the Netflix series The Upshaws. Netflix confirmed in a tweet Thursday that Dennis has joined the family comedy created by Wanda Sykes and Mike Epps. The post reads, "Our forever fab at Gabrielle Dennis has joined the cast of The Upshaws. The new comedy sitcom about a black family in Indiana is currently in production and coming out in 2021. Dennis joined previously announced stars Skypes, Epps, and Kim Fields. Deadline says Paige Kennedy, Diamond Lyons, Kalali Diana, Renee Spraggins, Jermel Simon, and Courtney Christine have also joined the cast. The Upshaws follows a working-class black family in Indiana as they struggle to make it without any blueprints. Dennis plays Tasha Lewis, say what she feels neighborhood hairstylist, and our all-around, all-the-way girl. Tasha has a son, Calvin, with Bernie, played by Epps, from when he was on the break from his marriage. Spraggins plays Aaliyah, Benny's elder daughter, with Simone as Bernard, Benny's elder son, and Christine as Maya, the baby of the family. Kennedy plays Duck, Benny's childhood friend. Regina Hicks serves as the showrunner and executive producers with Skypes and Epps. Paige Hurwitz and Niles Kirchner also serve as executive producers. Dennis is known for playing Pippi on Rosewood and Tilla Johnson on Luke Cage. Ricky Widow's Shadow Moon rejects his father and settles into a small town in the Season 3 trailer for Star's American Gods. Shadow, after telling his father, Mr. Wednesday, played by Ian McShane, that he will no longer do his bidding, moves to the peaceful, snowy town of Lakeside, Wisconsin in the clip released on Thursday. Shadow tries to carve out his own path and is guided by the Orcheas, the gods of his black ancestors. Shadow will discover, however, that he can't reject being a god. Emily Browning, Crispin Glover, Yetai Badecki, Bruce Langley, Pablo Schreiber, Demore Barnes, and Omid Abadhathi also star in the supernatural drama. Dominique Jackson, Eric Johnson, Marilyn Manson, Blythe Danner, and Herzan Gardudola are set to guest star in Season 3. American Gods, based on executive producer Neil Gaiman's 2001 novel of the same name, follows the old gods of mythology who fall into conflict with the new gods of technology. Season 3 will premiere January 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Starz. Apple TV Plus announced it has given a straight-to-series order to Gutsy Women, a docuseries hosted and executive produced by Hillary Rodham Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. The streaming service did not announce a scheduled premiere date for the series, which was inspired by the 2019's The Book of Gutsy Women, favorite stories of courage and resilience, written by the mother and daughter duo. Apple says the series will spotlight a richly diverse cast of trailblazing women while seeking to answer the question, what exactly does it take to be a gutsy woman? Johnny Webb and Roma Kaha are slated to executive produce alongside the Clintons. Gutsy Women is being produced for Apple by Hidden Light Productions, a new company founded by Hillary Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, and Sam Branson. Puerto Rican singer and rapper Bad Bunny says he's recovered from COVID-19. The 26-year-old recording artist gave a health update during Wednesday's episode of The Late Late Show with James Corden after testing positive for COVID-19 in November. Bad Bunny's rep confirmed on November 23rd that Bad Bunny tested positive for COVID-19 and was canceling his performance at the American Music Awards. On The Late Late Show, Bad Bunny said he has since tested negative. He says, "I feel great, thanks. I already tested negative. I'm so happy. I feel great. I feel perfect." Bad Bunny also reacted to his Grammy nominations. The singer is nominated for Best Latin Pop or Urban Album for HYLQMDLG and Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Un Dia or One Day with J Balvin, Dua Lipa, and Tani. Bad Bunny says, "Wow, it was crazy. Obviously, I'm so happy and grateful." He added, "Singing in my language, in Spanish, and being nominated to the Grammys is something that I feel so proud of." In addition, Bad Bunny is Spotify's most streaming artist of 2020 with over 8.3 billion streams. The singer said in response, "That's so crazy. Like 5 years ago, I was so excited when I I get my first, 5,000 plays, he added, I just be grateful that this is a dream come true and I'm doing what I love. Bad Bunny performed his new song, De Deseo Lo Mejor, on the Late Late Show. The song appears on his third studio album, El Último Tour del Mundo. Mariah Carey appeared on Good Morning America Thursday to discuss her Christmas special on Apple TV Plus and how it was important to complete and release it during COVID-19 pandemic. The singer said, "I'm saying this from the heart. I wouldn't feel happy if I couldn't celebrate with fans this year by wanting to spread holiday joy during a difficult year." She said, "On Just With the World, it just happened so traumatizing like what has happened this year. But I think pushing through and the way things are kind of changing for the better, pushing through with this holiday season for me was super important. I'm just being festive in spite of everything." Mariah Carey's Christmas special comes to Apple TV on Friday. The show will feature musical performances, dancing, and animated sequences as Carey tries to solve a holiday cheer crisis at the North Pole. Ariana Grande, Jennifer Hudson, Tiffany Haddish, Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg, Jermaine Dupri, Misty Copeland, Mikal Mitchell-Harris, and Carey's 9-year-old twin kids, Moroccan and Monroe, will make appearances. Carey said about filming the special while following health and safety guidelines, "We just all really got together. We dealt with all the rules. Everybody has been tested every day for COVID-19. We were super careful, and I just think that it's a way that people can share in the holiday spirit with all of us." Billie Eilish talked about her next album alongside her brother and collaborator Fiennes in an interview Thursday with Sirius XM's Alt Nation channel. It is said about her second studio album, everything about every song is very different but somehow cohesive, and I think that's kind of the same with the last album about her second album, which does not have a title or release date. The singer continued, "We really wanted a project to be cohesive and make sense, but not just to be a repeat and a clone of every other song." Eilish released her first album titled When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, in March 2019. The best-selling release containing the single Bad Guy. An 18-year-old also discussed with Art Nation what it was like to become famous at a young age. She says, "I've definitely talked to a lot of people about the shit, and especially, some people in this world right now that are kind of blowing up that are young because I was young and I'm still young, and it's a lot." It continues, "It's especially a lot for an underdeveloped brain, especially when the internet's not caring about the underdeveloped brain." The full interview will air on Sirius XM Alt Nation calendar at 8 p.m. Eilish will release on Apple TV in February a documentary film titled The World's a Little Blurry. And finally, here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 5th. Number 10, Internet Monkey with Lemonade. Number 9, The Weeknd with Blinding Lights. Number 7, Shawn Mendes and Justin Bieber with Monster. Number 7, Drake featuring Lil Durk with Laugh Now, Cry Later. Number 6, Justin Bieber featuring Chance the Rapper with Holy. Number 5, Gabby Bear with I Hope. Number 4, Ariana Grande with Positions. Number 3, BTS with Dynamite. Number 4, 24 Karat Golden with Mood. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of December 5th, BTS with Life Goes On. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, December 4th, 2020. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone, have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.